Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now ETN to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he's up to the 43.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 4. ETN once more. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. From midfield now, Lawrence. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. You look at this Jaguar defense. This unit coming into this one ranked number 20 against the pass in the NFL.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. So much for picking it up on the ground on 3rd down. 3rd play of the drive, and this defense showing strong early.
I wonder how much of that was scouting. I wonder how much of that was a gut feeling like, okay, let's just go ahead and sell out here and get after them, thinking they're going to run the football and stuff them early, because they've now set the tone. They've set a precedent right here. If you're going to try and run the ball against us, it could be hard going throughout this game.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
On 1st down, right back to ETN. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Able to slither by. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Here we go, here we go. Sunday.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Hey, we go to the...
Now Gino. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Hey, it's a clip. Hey, here we go, hey.
Here's Smith. He's got Swain here as tight end out right. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jeff Swain, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 52 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
On the counter, ETN. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, That's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Easy, route.
Here's Lawrence. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, that's the third interception for Lawrence. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 44 yards. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks. Football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Slow ball. Ready. Strike.
Geno out to throw. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, 36 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
And one more time, here's Kirk. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
They go play action with Lawrence. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one 28 yards on the ground. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. The Seahawks at 6-2 to start play. They come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
There we go.
Back to throw, Smith. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. This one goes underneath to Walker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Smith and Jigba in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Tyson Campbell up to make the stop. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Noah Fant, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
ETN bringing in another one. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. Uncorks one for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And Shaheed going to go in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 10. To throw is Smith. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And got his man complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Here we go.
The final shot here before break. Smith. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
A 46-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
49. Ready.
Third quarter begins with a run by Walker. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Smith. Going deep for Walker. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Able to push his way through. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I loved one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Off of play action, here's Smith. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
13 next.
Here's Smith. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers, and the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. After the interception, here's Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Hey, let's go Wednesday, on Wednesday.
Smith. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks have opened the lead up to 30. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. A give to Etienne running right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Hey, Jupiter.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Red on red. 11, Agate. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. Thomas brings it in. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. Lawrence. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit.
That touchdown was for all the fantasy people out there. May not change the final outcome, but some points were scored, and maybe some of the people at home are really excited to get those.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second down and 6 now.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Ready.
Smith going to move him around. Now Gino. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 7. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
All right, let's go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 85 yards. And the Jags are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Brian Thomas with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Jaguars get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
27.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now it's Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes.
That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling.
And it's a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Geno now to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Here we go. Gotta have it. Lawrence. And now here's another interception. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 138 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And Walker once more. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Myers connects on the PAT, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. Oh, some strong running. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Finds his tight end Ingram. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Let's go.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hey, here we go, Sunday. Hey, here we go, hey. Here we go, Sunday.
Throwing now is Geno. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and through by Myers, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Here's Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN.
Boom!
Still fighting through tackles. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Jacksonville.
Red 23.
Now Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
Thomas has got it, complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Lawrence going to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
13, Lou.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 45 yards. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got... 35, they'll mark him down officially at the 34. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big fourth quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
Middle.
Smith going to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jags come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a